The issue of child prostitution, trafficking, trafficking in persons, those are very serious issues that greatly concern us. And the National Police Service issued a statement on the steps that we are going to take. But as I said, we are going to strengthen the DCI agency that is going to deal with human trafficking, including for sex and children. Trafficking of children and all cases of defilement, gender-based violence. We want to make sure that we strengthen that department next time we hire our officers. We hire new officers or recruit new officers. The National Police Service is an area that we are going to give greater focus. I also expect that that issue will be raised during the Jukwaa la Usalama, which we are now late, to make sure that these issues are going to be addressed there. Kwanza kabisa nataka niseme tumefurahi sana kuja hapa Nakuru. Hii ni safari ya Jukwaa la Usalama county number 28, na tumefurahi sana kwamba tumefika hapa finally kwa headquarters ya Rift Valley region. Ningependa kusema kwamba safari yetu ilianza Turkana na tumezunguka county 13. Hii ni county 14 katika hii region. Ningependa pia kusema kwamba katika hizo kaunti zote tumeweza kupata nafasi ya kusikiliza viongozi wenye wanatoka mashinani, na tumepata pia kuelewa yale shida ambao wanapitia ya usalama na ya kutoa huduma. Tumepata pia nafasi ya kuweza kurekebisha sehemu ambazo hatukuwa tunatenda vizuri, lakini pia tumepata maoni tofauti ambayo inatusaidia kuboresha zile sera ambazo tunatumia kama taifa kuongoza kwa mambo ya usalama na kwa mambo ya utawala katika taifa letu. Kwanza ningependa kusema hapa Nakuru, hapa ni headquarters, hapa ni county kubwa, kuna zaidi ya milioni mbili, watu milioni 2, na hapa ni kielelezo ya taifa nzima, ikiwa kwamba tunajua wote kwamba Wakenya wote wanapatikana hapa Nakuru. Tunajua pia Nakuru ni city na challenges ambayo inakumba city zingine zile 4 ni kwamba hata hapa Nakuru iko na hiyo shida kama one of the 5 cities katika taifa letu. Shida ambazo tunapambana nayo ni tayari tunajua kwamba tuko na shida kidogo ya mambo ya mashamba. We have land issues in Nakuru that are of great concern to us. There are a bit of conflict related to occupation of a few parcels of land, notably in Gilgil constituency, Njoro, some parts of Molo, Subukia, Rongai. We have certain cases that are ongoing that are related to land disputes. We have discussed with the security team, and we've said that we must have a multi-agency approach to it, because we require the officials, the officers who come from the Ministry of Lands, to work with us to ensure that these issues are resolved amicably. Some of the problems also are related to disputes with titles, and then citizens are already living inside, and the government is already handling especially the one that is in Gilgil constituency. And we have no doubt that we will find a solution that will ensure that our citizens are going to live in peace. We want to also reiterate that most of the areas that we have land dispute is also multicultural, the many tribes that live in the place, and we want to make sure that while resolving those disputes, we do not ignite any differences among our communities, different communities living in different parts of this country. So we are monitoring land issues. We are also monitoring closely where there are fraudulent activities related to land, particularly persons who use fake documents to want to grab land from individuals, especially widows and people who are old and so forth. That behavior has always been witnessed around Nairobi and its environs, but as also Nakuru grows, the way the other cities have grown, those problems are found within us. And therefore, I have directed the regional security team to make sure that the few cases are properly documented, and that in a multi-agency manner, they carry out a thorough evaluation and the best mechanisms we are going to apply. I want to request citizens that where there is a dispute on land-related disputes, I want to request them that they please take the safest means, which is peaceful settlement of disputes. Our Ngao officers, our county commissioners and the regional commissioner, our chiefs are properly trained to help communities through barazas to solve their problems. And where we are unable to do so, you can take a court process. There is no need to resort to violence. Number two is that in Nakuru, Nakuru is one of the top counties in terms of transit of drugs and illicit alcohol, particularly adulterated ethanol and some of those spirits that are really counterfeit spirits and substandard. Part of the reason is that there are small dens where this alcohol are brewed, but also because of the multicultural nature of the place, this is where some of this alcohol brewed in other also countries and counties are packaged for distribution. That has become a serious menace because we have many towns in Nakuru. We have Nakuru town, we have Naivasha, we have Gilgil, we have Njoro, we have other towns that have become, including Rongai, where we have a big challenge in terms of this issue. Of great concern to me is that we have reached a stage where we almost normalize the use of cannabis sativa, and I am going to take time to engage the security teams, including the OCS and the chiefs, in the forum today to see how best we are going to tackle this issue. But this is not happening without the collusion of our government officers. So where there is, we establish collusion, we will not transfer anybody, we will sack them, and we'll take legal action against them. We also know that there are big businesses and well-connected individuals that are perpetuating this kind of business. We have said, we have agreed with the security team that they must take stand action against them, and we must see them in court. In every place that I have gone in the 27 counties, I am glad to note that the decisions we've taken to deal with drugs and alcohol abuse has actually borne fruit. They have taken it seriously, and the fight has been upscaled thanks to the conversations we've had. So I believe that the Jukwaa la Salama meeting that will take place shortly will help us refocus our energies on the areas that we need to deal with. Number three is that we have a problem of gangs in this county. I have said it before, though these gangs are not as organized as it used to, other gangs have been organized before, we know that we still have Watizedi, Confirm, we have, what did you say? I had somebody saying somewhere there. We have, yes, all those groups are in this county, and I'm glad that the security team has managed to contain the growth of these groups, but I know that their survival is being supported by drugs and alcohol abuse. Therefore, if we go for the alcohol and drugs, we are actually going to reduce the impact of these gangs insofar as the citizens are concerned, and their safety will be guaranteed. I am really, really sad to note that some schools have witnessed a significant reduction of students because they fear the presence of gangs around the areas where the children are going to school, especially day schools. Of also great concern to us is the illegal fishing in Lake Nakuru, which is being also supported by big men with refrigerated cold rooms here, together with lorries that come to carry that fish. It must be noted for public, it must be noted by the public that this is not fish fit for human consumption. This is actually fish that is not fit for human consumption. And what is sad is that it's transported sometimes all the way to Kisumu and brought back like tilapia from Kisumu. I have said also again, our security team in a multi-agency approach, working together with KWS, must deal a final blow in this illegal fishing, and I'm glad that technology is being applied by KWS to make sure that they monitor activities in the lake. Other than those three things, I just wanted to say that other concerns related to corruption of public officers is going to be addressed in the Jukwaa la Salama, And we are not going to condone any police officer, any chief, assistant chief, or any public officer who is going to take bribes to offer services, including during the upcoming recruitment of police officers. We are going to stand very firm against people who are going to take bribes in the process. We want to realign our public officers and to make sure that their work is properly done. Just a summary of the 14 counties, we've been able to focus heavily on the drugs menace, which is prevalent in Trans Nzoia, Uasin Gishu, a little bit of Kericho, Narok, and now here in Nakuru. And we have been able also to deal with issues of banditry. And as you can see, there is silence in the Kerio Valley because our officers have found ways of working in unison to get rid of the bandits. And therefore, counties like Turkana, West Pokot, Baringo, like Kipia and Samburu and Elgeyo Marakwet have witnessed a significant drop in acts of banditry across the region. And as I've said, I'm happy to see that we are aligning our officers. There are many issues that they have raised. Some will be in the policies that we are going to unveil, and the report that is going to be done is going to help us make sure that we deliver our properly. I'm glad also that the governor is here and the leadership of the county, because some of the things we are doing it together. Some of them are building police stations, giving licenses and so forth, and we are working together to make sure that our county is properly streamlined and we enjoy a very cordial and good working relationship. Let me say this, something I almost forgot. We will not condone acts of incitement, especially by persons who are looking for votes. Sometimes they call themselves leaders. We're not going to condone incitement, especially when it involves inciting ethnic tension and ethnic fights. We welcome everybody to enjoy their constitutional right to choose the leaders they want to do, but we will not allow anyone to incite people along tribal lines. And I promise you, we will take very stern action against anyone who is going to do so, and we believe that the judiciary will work with us to make sure that the issue is dealt with accordingly. Asanteni sana. And I assume I have been very, very vocal. Yeah, there has been previous debates around the role of the Commission and the role of the National Police Service itself insofar as recruitment and sometimes payroll issues are concerned. I just want to say that we will always strike a balance in terms of what the Commission can do and what the National Police Service can do. Identification of able men and women to serve in National Police Service require certain level of expertise on the part of those who are doing so, and therefore we cannot wish away the role of the police officers themselves in terms of identification, scrutinizing, and hiring of police officers. We can also not wish away the role of the Commission as retaining overall oversight authority. So the balance can be struck where the Commission can put in place the policy framework, the qualification standards, and then the identification can be done by the NPS itself based on the directives that have been done by the National Police Service. So if you ask me really as the Cabinet Secretary, I don't see any fight, especially because I will be the one who will now have to look at the regulations and transmit it to Parliament. So before I am satisfied that the regulations are capable of being taken to Parliament for adoption, I promise you that I am going to ensure that we strike a balance between the role of the Commission and the role of the police service itself. The same way what's happening between public service and different cadre of officers. Some have been delegated to ministries to hire, even though the National Public Service Commission retains the overall responsibility. So there is, I want to assure Kenyans that there is no cause for alarm. As the Cabinet Secretary will transmit the regulations, this public participation that is going on is very important, and based on the views that we will receive from the officers and from the public, we are going to strike a very good balance. And to start with, I have a meeting tomorrow with the Commission and the IG, and then we will work together until we find a solution. This is a very sensitive sector. We do not intend to see any wrangles. We have had a very good working relationship in the past, and we want to even make it better going forward. And from a policy position and from a cabinet secretary office there, I don't see any cause for alarm, and I want to allay any fears that there is going to be a disagreement of any manner. I'll take 3 minor. That is a very important question, actually. The reason why the Inspector General of Police is not here is because he's holding various meetings now in Nairobi to discuss the question of how to manage security in Kasarani. First of all, let me say that as the National Police Service, we are very proud that our players are part of the team that is playing for our country in this CHAN. And you know that National Police team is Premier League champions. So we have direct interest, first of all, as National Police Service on matters football. But second, let me say that I was in Kasarani on Sunday to watch the match. And I don't think, and the coach has also, Benny McCarthy has recognized that without the support of the fans, we would not have done what we did, particularly knowing that over 50 minutes we played with 10 men. So the fans are extremely important for us, extremely important to have the fans. In fact, they call the fans are always called the 12th player. And we do not want to miss the opportunity to have the fans or to play before our own fans. I therefore, from a security perspective, would like to beg all Kenyans to really avoid going to the stadium unless you have a ticket. It is going to reflect badly on us. It is going to give us security problems. If the capacity of the stadium is exited, you can easily have a massive disaster and a security challenge for all of us. I want to request Kenyans, for the sake of our team, and if we all want Harambee Stars to reach finals, let us respect the regulations that CAF has put in place, and even the penalty they have given us to play 60% of the capacity. Let's just abide by it, and let's buy the tickets the way it is required. It is important for us to do so. It's also important, perhaps, for the Ministry of Sports, working together with the county government of Nairobi, and perhaps also the governor here and other governors across the country, to perhaps erect big screens around various parks across the country as our teams progress to quarters, semis, and I believe finals, because there will be demand for festivities that come with fans watching together the match and cheering. It may ease the burden of having many Kenyans wanting to go to the stadium. So I want to request Governor Sakaja to also explore ways, working together with our Minister of Sports, of easing the pressure by creating, erecting big screens for Kenyans to watch the match away from the Kasarani itself. But I really want to request us to abide by the rules and protect our team, protect our security, protect our integrity. Remember, this is just but a cut and razor. The real deal is 2027, when we host the Africa Cup of Nations. So we don't want to see defiance or to find ways of Kenya being banned from hosting the Africa Cup of Nations 2027 because of incapacity. We have also noted that this thing is positive in nature, because it shows that the government of President Ruto has delivered something that Kenyans have been yearning for over 40 years. The last time we held such a tournament was 1987. So this is a hunger that the people of Kenya have for sports. It is a positive problem that we need to harness properly, but let's play by the rules and see how we can support sports in our country. So this is our plea from this ministry. We have also said the National Police Service is preparing enough officers to enforce the directives that were given by CAF, and we will make sure that we provide proper security to ensure that the unticketed funds do not access Kasarani, so that we protect our country. The last question? Yes.
I know, thank you. Thank you very much. I think for us, we are very happy to have the CS for Interior here with us in Nakuru today, because a lot of the issues that we have been going through, you have really pronounced them very well showing that you are quite aware of what the issues we are facing here or the challenges we are facing here in terms of security, in terms of issues to do with land, in terms of issues to do with drugs and alcohol, gangs and the fishing at Lake Nakuru, the illegal fishing actually, and also finally on that issue of Mai Mahio that has been a problem for us as a county. We've put up a committee that's working with our county security team to go up there in Mai Mahio and in all those other centers that have been mentioned here, and hopefully together we'll be able to come up with a solution so that not only do we stop those who are doing it, but that it doesn't happen in the future. So we look forward to the Jukwaa la Usalama Waziri, to those discussions there. But as a county, we appreciate and work very closely with the national government in terms of security so that we can make sure we secure and keep our county secure and stable. Thank you.
Thank you very much.